You've been told your whole life that your brain is the problem, that you're too much or not enough, that you just need to try harder, focus more, get it together. I'm Dr. B, and I'm here to tell you that everything you've been told is wrong. You're bright, you're gifted, you're wired for something extraordinary. What you're missing isn't willpower, and it isn't a higher dose. It's skills, specific, learnable skills that nobody ever taught you. This is living beyond ADHD, where we stop managing your limitations and start unleashing your brilliance. Let's get into it now. Episode 130, The Identity Trap, Who You've Been Told You Are. I want to ask you something, and I want you to actually stop and answer it, not just let it wash over you. Who are you? Not what do you do? Not what's your diagnosis, not what are your struggles, but rather, who are you? I ask this because most of the adults with ADHD, the answer to that question has been built almost entirely by other people. By what was said about them, by what was written on their report or their report cards, by what their partners, employers, and doctors observed and concluded, by what they read in articles about their diagnosis. That is not identity. That is a cage built from other people's perceptions. And today, we're going to talk about how to unlock it. So first, how ADHD identity gets built. Identity formation for humans is largely a social process. We come to know ourselves in part by reflecting what others show us back about ourselves. This is normal and natural. The problem for adults with ADHD is that the reflections they received were almost universally negative, distorted, and incomplete. You're smart, but you don't apply yourself. Translation: you are fundamentally lazy. You have so much potential. Translation: potential that you are squandering. You just need to focus. Translation: your lack of focus is a choice. You're so disorganized. Translation: you are fundamentally unreliable. These messages don't just describe behavior, they assign character. And children and adults internalize character assignments. Over time, you stop thinking, I struggled with that task, and you start thinking, I am the kind of person who struggles. You stop thinking, I forgot that appointment, and you start thinking, I am that kind of person who forgets. That shift from behavior to identity is where the trap closes. And what is the cost of a broken identity? What does living inside a broken identity actually cost you? It costs you your ceiling. When you believe you are fundamentally unreliable, you stop taking on things that require reliability. When you believe you can't finish things, you stop starting things worth finishing. When you believe you are the ADHD person, defined by limitation, you unknowingly make decisions that confirm that belief. You contract your life to fit the story. It costs you your energy because maintaining a shame-based identity is exhausting. The constant self-monitoring, the preemptive apologies, the managing of other people's expectations, the bracing for disappointment. This is a full-time energy drain that has nothing to do with your actual work, and it costs you your relationships. When you don't believe you are fundamentally worthy or capable, you either chase validation constantly or you push people away before they can discover the truth that you believe about yourself. The cage is expensive, and it was built on a lie. Building a new identity. Identity is not fixed. I want you to hear that. Let it land. Identity is not fixed. Despite what it might feel like, despite how familiar and permanent the old story seems, identity is a living, dynamic thing. It can be updated. It can be rewritten, not easily and not overnight, but completely. And here's the framework I use. First, audit your current story. Write it out. What do you actually believe about yourself? Not what you'd like to believe, but what you actually believe in the moments when things go wrong. Get it on paper. Make it visible. You cannot dismantle what you cannot see. Second, trace the origins. Where did each belief come from? Can you remember a specific moment, a specific person, a specific message? When you can see where a belief was planted, you can begin to evaluate it as the opinion of a limited person in a specific moment, not as eternal truth. Third, find the evidence against it. For every belief like, I am unreliable, what are the counterexamples? The times you showed up, the times you followed through, the promises you kept. These exist. Your story has been selectively filtering them out, and it's time to let them in. Fourth, begin acting from the new identity before you fully feel it. This is counterintuitive. Most people wait until they believe the new story before they act differently. But identity actually shifts through action. Act like the person you are becoming. Collect the evidence. Let the evidence build the belief. And so, you are not your diagnosis. You are not your history. You are not the sum of other people's limited perceptions of a complicated, brilliant brain they just didn't understand. You are someone in the process of becoming, and that becoming is in your hands. My mission is to put an end to the worldwide needless suffering of adults with ADHD and those with underdeveloped executive function skills and pre-skills, whether from ADHD, chronic depression or anxiety, traumatic experiences, addictions, or chronic illnesses. And you don't need a formal diagnosis to know you need help developing these executive function skills in order to greatly reduce your suffering. Next week, emotional dysregulation, the ADHD symptom nobody talks about, and the one that affects every relationship, every workplace, every moment of stress in your life. I'll see you then. I'm Dr. B. This is Living Beyond ADHD. Take good care of that brilliant brain of yours, and I'll see you soon. That's what I have for you today. I hope something landed. I hope something shifted, even just a little, because that's how this works. Not all at once, but one insight, one skill, one episode at a time. You are not your diagnosis. You are not your history. You are a brilliant adult who deserves a life that actually works. And that life is buildable. I've seen it. I've lived it. If you're ready to go further, come find me at drbarbaracohen.com. All the episodes are there, along with information about my 9-month program, Get Shit Done, GSD, where we do this work for real, together, all the way through. Subscribe wherever you listen. Share this with someone who needs it. And I will be back next week with more truth. I'm Dr. B. This is Living Beyond ADHD. Take care of that brilliant brain of yours